So, my friends, uh, milk and butter. Why you are talking of milk and butter? We are very high seekers. Talk something that will make a sense. Yes, that will make a sense. If you add water to milk directly to extract the butter, you cannot do it. Water get mixed with the milk and no way. But when the milk is churned again and again until cream is there, and then you put the water, that butter starts floating in the, yeah. Why I'm saying so? So you allow the milk to settle first, then churn it again and again. Then you can extract the butter out of it. If you do not churn your mind, you simply, oh, listen, I know, I know, I know. What I know? I know everything and still I'm suffering. So unless you extract the butter by churning the mind, how to churn the mind? Listening and learning, constantly contemplating and reflecting. We are moving into that is why I say higher sadhana. So nothing will happen. Then you will say nothing has happened. I have done all your practices. Don't do any of my practices. Be happy. Is it possible? Think. Don't do any of my practices. So if you are not happy, you have to find out where the mind has gone wrong. That is why I gave an example of milk and the butter. You have to extract the butter out of the milk. How? 2LCRP, Sam loves acronym. Listening and learning, then contemplating and reflecting, followed by the practice. You do the practice until the mind says, I don't need a practice, I'm already there. When you are at your home, do you ever say, no, no, it will take an hour to reach to my home? You are already at your home. Just see, it's all about an understanding and getting into that knowledge. Eastern wisdom is not IT, it is not Google, it is KT. What is KT? It is knowledge technology. It is not an information technology. Remember this. So now come back to our main topic. What is real self? The real self is not the three bodies that we covered. Real self is not the five sheets. Intellectual understanding, okay. It is not the outermost sheet, that is the physical. It is not the energy sheet. It is not the mental sheet. And it is not the intellectual sheet. It is not the bliss sheet. Now, you have not attended those sessions, so how can you understand? No, no, but I can understand. You were busy. So, she is very good. So now comes the question when we have understood it, We contemplate and reflect. The mind says, I'm none of these five sheets. That is, you have already understood. But the question comes, what to do when I experience anxiety? I forget. Now I have a physical pain, and I say, just remind, recall, uh, keep your talk, at one. No, let me take Advil or let me take, other stuff to manage my pain. Yes, we should do it in extreme cases. But I'm saying that internal turmoil is going on. Anxiety, duality, conflict, stress, fully busy. What should I do? First step is the same 2LCRP: learning, listening, contemplation, reflection, and practice. But then there it comes, you know, I'm listening to you, but mind is not listening to you. I try to listen to you. The mind is in conflict, in duality, in anxiety, in reaction mode. Means there are symptoms. I experience those symptoms, what to do? Repeat, recall, remember, reset the mind. Where? Here and now. Check. Are you really listening to me or you are simply casually listening to me? And that takes time. I tell you frankly. Because when the mind is purified, when the mind is not subjected to the world outside, no, 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 I have to rush. Have you seen couple of people? They say, no, no, I'm leaving because there is so many because they are not rested. So you don't have a full awareness and attention. But I'm talking about what to do when I have those symptoms. Take an example of symptom. Yesterday you had a disagreement with your honey. Today in the morning you woke up and you look at your honey. You don't see the honey, you see the disagreement. Am I right? Say yes. It's a fact. You see the disagreement. You reacted, so you feel this some impressions, inside the mind. Even you try to hold it. Is it not true? What to do then? Means I have those symptoms. I don't want to frown. I want to keep smiling. I want to remain in peace. Symptoms, treatment of the symptoms. I have understood the root cause. Five sheet. I'm not. But five sheet gives me those symptoms. Huh? Are you understanding? Yes, I'm understanding. See that. So last session also I picked up, but I'm presenting in order to have a clear and a deeper understanding. So it is because of the individuality. I am stressed. I am sad. I am alone. Everybody is alone. What a big deal. So in those moments, that individuality is created by the five sheet. Tell me, where are you? No, I'm at my home. What is the reference point? Reference point is your physical body. But I'm not the physical body. You see, that individuality keeps on continuing. What should we do? The same individuality says, I'm stressed, I'm in anxiety, I'm reacting, I don't agree with you, I hate you, I love you. Ah, long list. You can create a long list. So, how to drop that individuality at each level? Look at this master. He says, yes, there is one more thing that I want to first. So, there are seven stages, seven verses. Instantly, you recall, you repeat those verses in your mind, and you reset the mind. It is possible, 100% possible. Suppose Christina gets $1 million lottery. But just before that, she is having an acute pain in her head. Oh, Krishna, no, listen to. No, I have an acute headache. I don't want to listen to you. No, I tell you that you got $1 million lottery. What happens to your headache? There are hundreds of examples like this. So that very thought is written in the verse form. If we remember, but remembering is not singing. I don't want to be Beyonce and Sam knows, other singers, Ariana, other stuff. Understand that recitation in Eastern wisdom is different from singing. The moment you say that you are a singer, oh, here is a word, whether you understand or not, but you know how to speak out, how to sing, how to know the meters, how to sync with the musical instruments. That is singing. But here we say recitation or recitation. I think I'm making you all understand, even if my pronunciation is not right. So that recitation, that mind should go and play with these thoughts to bypass, to dissolve the symptoms there and then. Now, see how to drop individuality caused by the first sheath, outermost sheath. Do you remember? Physical sheath. What this master says, Manu Buddhir Ahankar. I'm not singing, I'm reciting. So I'm not Beyonce and Ariana. There are a lot of people. My son was saying, I said, okay. So I constantly say, even with my son, oh, she's a great singer. I said, very good. Do you know? Yes, I know. Let me finish the talk. Manu buddhir ahankara chittani naham na cha shrotra jivhai na cha ghrana netri na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. So that shivoham word means that I am the real self. I am the Shiva. And what is the nature of that real self? It is full of permanent peace and happiness. So that is the last line. The first, what is the first three line? I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the ego. I am not the memory. I am not these five sense organs. And I am not these five elements. Because they are responsible for creating five sheets. We have already discussed. Say yes, we have. I know that. So instantly, your mind, I can believe me, it changes the symptoms in the mind. I gave an example of $1 million bet lottery with headache symptom. So that is the first line. So this is This is obviously the last session pertaining to the five sheet. Now see that, check that what happens to the symptoms and how you approach that. न च प्राणसंगो न वै पंचवायु न वा सप्तधातु न वा पंचकोश न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानंदरूप शिवोहम शिवोहम. Last line. I am Shivoham. I am of the nature of permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom, that pure consciousness. But I say it last when the symptoms appear. What are those symptoms? Physiological, biochemical, neuro. It doesn't mean that you don't go to the doctor. Disclaimer is here. No, no, I have been doing this practice and I have such a serious problem, and you told me to do it to get the. No, disclaimer. We are talking here about finding the real self. If those extreme cases you cannot control, you cannot maintain your higher level of awareness, yes, you have to approach. The secondary, I would say, medical treatment is secondary. So what it says, I'm not the matter, I'm not the breath, nacha prana sango. I'm none of these physiological, biochemical, neuropsychological changes, nor I'm the speech. The speech belongs to the larynx, to the energy, the mind, and all the five sheath are associated with it. So sometime we have said something nasty to the other. It is because of the ego lives in these five sheath. So there it creates a realization. No, no, withdraw back. I'm not the speech. I'm not the hands and the feet. So I'm taking symptoms when they appear. Sometimes people ask me that, no, you have given me 50-minute practice, 30-minute practice. What should I? No, here and now. You break that connection of false I created by the fire sheet. Once that individuality, that ego drops, your symptoms will also drop. Are you getting it? You see, I'm trying so hard to make you understand. And I'm not making it. I'm just doing it casually. Huh? It's smiling. Oh, should I try always hard? No. Now see the third and make out what are the other sheets that you have, it takes care of. Such a beautiful verse. Name dvesh rago, name lobh moho, name dvesh rago. I am not neither like nor dislike. Whatever is happening in the world in relation to me, one thing is sure that I'm neither like nor dislike. Name lobh moho, neither greed nor delusion. I am neither pride nor jealousy. Name dvesh rago, name lobh moho, name mado neva meneva matsarya bhava. You see, there's such a height of the consciousness. Second line is this: I'm neither the pride nor the jealousy. Now, the third line goes beyond the expectations. It says, Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. What is dharma? I'm not the religion. Here you take the word religion. Dharmo na artho. I'm not the artha, the wealth, and all kinds of possessions. You just separate in your head. How much wealth you have. If you have more, give it to me. Anyhow, So na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. Kamo means all kinds of pleasure. All kinds of pleasure is created, experienced, frustrated by these five sheets. Think of this. Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. And the last word, it says, no, I don't want to find the real self. Why? It is already here. I'm not doing any practice. No, don't say that now. How can I survive? So, but you reach to that state. Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. Then who am I? I am the real self, pure consciousness, full of love, truth, wisdom. Terry was saying, my body is, I'm moving. No, you are not moving, your body is moving. How can you move? You see the symptoms, you attack the symptoms internally in any situation. That is why it is a higher journey. So you understood that. Name dvesha rago, name lobha moho. So here the words are used mind, experiences, likes, dislikes, greed and delusion, pride and jealousy. It is a thought in the mind with a feeling, with images, with a past impression. Who created this? Five sheet. Are you getting it? Yes, I'm getting it. So then see the other symptoms. Now we are attacking the intellectual sheath that causes the problem. It is the intellect who thinks what is right, what is wrong, what is virtue, what is sin. Ah, they belong to the five sheep. They do not belong to me. Don't start saying from today. Unless you churn the milk, let the butter. I was explaining in this reference in India. Uh, the guy is very handsome, very smart. So he went to his home and he told honey, no, no more relationship with you. Why? I am pure consciousness. So luckily, both were my students, and the wife called me. What happened to him? What did you teach to him? Is he going to leave me? I said, he has already left you. You both are separate. He did not understand. Don't do that. There's a very thin razor's edge. You first evolve within and then live your life. There's no need to say it. So now see the intellectual sheath, the symptoms. Na punyam, na papam, na sukham, na dukham. First line means I have nothing to do with the virtues in sin. I have nothing to do with the merit and demerit. I have nothing to do with the pleasure and pain. They belong to the five sheets. My intellect, why you are making me crazy? Symptoms. Na mantro, na tirtho, na veda, na yajna. No rituals, no more rituals, no more practice. I live into that state of higher consciousness. But there is another line that's very important. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam na bhokta. What causes the delusion? We live in that delusion. Do I see all the participants? Yes, I see David Jerry. Yes, I see Brandy. Yes, I see Christina. Who says this? My mind. My mind says, so here is I am, there you are, two things, and the third is the knowledge between it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mind, let me say it directly. Whatever we know through the mind, it is the crazy mind that divides into three parts. One part, I am. Second part, you are the object that I want to know. And third is the knowledge. Are you getting it? So he gives an example. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam bhokta. Whatever the knowledge that you have in your mind, it is a knowledge which is, which is created by the mind after dividing the world is different from you. Who says world is different from you? Individuality, ego. Where the ego lives? In five sheets. Are you five sheets? No. Then who you are? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Huh? I told you, Shivoham. I'm the real self. Pala, peace and happiness. Do you see the symptoms at all the five levels, five sheets? So you pick up what we normally do. Now in India, I would refer, Indian husbands are all crazy, including me. So what kind of a food that you have to cook? Don't you know that, I eat this and you have not cooked it? And the wife has cooked out of the love something new. Mind has divided into three. I can tell you in millions of times every day this happens, and then I get upset because I don't recognize the problem. Are you getting it? Yes, I'm getting it. So you see that now going into the Anandamaya Kosha, I said the fifth one, innermost. So the innermost is the ignorant body, the causal body. The causal body is scared that, oh, I will die. I told you many a times, my 80-year-old guy went to my master and he said, I'm very much scared of death. Oh, I can get you rid of the death. Do you remember? My master said, I can give you a guarantee. I promise you that you will die one day. Your body will definitely die one day. Get that knowledge. Settle into that knowledge. So then there is no fear of death. Why? You have always a fear of what is unknown. You don't have a fear of known. Are you scared of me? Little bit, even you know, and I know you. So there is always a fear of unknown. Now see the symptoms. न मे मृत्यु शंका न मे जाति भेद. First line it says, न मे मृत्यु शंका. I have no fear of the death. And I don't see you and me are different. Why? It is the five sheets. Otherwise, we are the same. I have to live in these thoughts. Thought gives me the knowledge. And the knowledge drops these symptoms. Are you listening to Harry? Hey, yes. Yes, good. So, na me mrityu shanka na me ja. Ashok, are you feeling bored? Okay, very good. So, na me mrityu shanka na me. Ashok says, I have heard this many a times, nothing happened. What will happen today? I have been singing for so many years. Don't sing. Don't become a singer. Become a seeker. न मे मृत्यु शंका न मे जाति भेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म. Sam, now second line, we discussed something about your parents. So it applies to everyone. Now, what it says, first understand. Don't say it outside, otherwise you'll be in problem. Inner side, you understand that I have no father, no mother, for I was never born, because real self never born. Consciousness is not born. Are you getting it? Don't misunderstand it. So it doesn't mean when you are before the Father, you are a son. Do your duty as a son. You're a wife. Do your duty as a wife. Play your role well. Huh? You are a production manager in a company. Your role, production department. Are you a seeker? Yes. Play your role as a seeker, totally focused, paying attention to the knowledge. Not to me. No, no, I've been paying attention for so many. So you see that? न मे मृत्यु शंका न मे जाति भेद पिता नैव मे नेव माता न जन्म न बंधुर न मित्रम गुरुर्नैव शिष्य. Now see the beauty. Initially we say you have to listen to the guru. Guru is great. You have to surrender. Surrender means that knowledge should be absorbed. But now what he says, the same master says, na bandhur na mitram. I have no friend because there is only one real self everywhere. So if there is only one real self, where is guru? Where is the teacher and where is the seeker? They also do not exist. Why? I have reached to that state. I am the form of consciousness and bliss. Are you getting it? Don't start saying, I've learned everything. So you see that how the ego plays you out? Ego is playing over you. No, no, I haven't understood. There is no guru, there is no seeker. And the next day you wake up in the morning and you are suffering. You see, it will not work. That is why the higher practices, higher journey, higher knowledge, the master sees that are you eligible? And now, aham nirvikalpo nirakar rupo, the last. Aham nirvikalpo nirvikalpo nirakar rupo. When I'm the real self, when I'm the nature of the real self, that is pure consciousness, it has no shape in the size. Right? Do you agree? Yes. In the beginning, I agree that, no shape and size. Sure. Yes, sure. So someone says you are crazy. He's referring to the body, physical body. You have no shape and size. So you are free from them. You're happy. You instantly manage before the ego rise, reacts. Aham nirvikalpo no, but it is not possible. You might be thinking, no, it is possible. Aham nirvikalpo nirakar rupo vivatvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam. That consciousness is all pervading. It is outside me, it is inside me. Na cha sangatam naiva muktir nameya. Neither the bondage nor the freedom touch me. Why? I'm real self. I'm real self. How the wave can touch the water? How my house can touch the space? Tell me. It remains untouched. That is the nature of the real self. We are just getting a glimpse, but here our goal is to now change our behavior and attitude. From today, I have changed my behavior so much because I find my honey is so crazy. So you have not changed your behavior. Mind is still blaming others. That's how we understand people. That's how we understand people. Are you getting it? Now, I have done so many practices. I have heard you for the last 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20 years. I have changed my behavior. But my wife has not changed. My husband has not changed. My son has not changed. So, did I say you to observe that whether anybody outside has not changed their behavior? That ego is working, created by the five sheets. Not possible. Continue the journey even for 50 years. Forget about it. You cannot become a seeker. No, no, I'm just saying, you all are seekers. How my profession will continue. So you understand internally. Your mind is so calm. Done. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. Close your eyes. Let us start our practice. Let us start our practice. Body is steady, mind is facing within. Perhaps you enjoyed this